Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this afternoon? We are pretty good. I have a new student. I picked him up on Saturday at Little Rock, and then went home for the weekend, as I said. Got in on, I don't know, Saturday afternoon sometime. I don't remember what time it was. Took him, checked him. It was about noon. Took him to lunch at Outback Steakhouse on Saturday, and checked him into the hotel for the weekend. Seems like a nice guy. He's about my age, former military, and former Navy on top of it, so that makes it even better. And well, today's his first day, so let's have to see how it goes. It'll be a few days before he starts driving. We got started this morning at 6 o'clock and headed over to what was a 2-stop delivery. First one was in Arlington at TSA, and that went relatively quickly. And then we headed up to Carrollton to Ryerson. That took a little bit longer. They seemed like they wanted to talk more than they wanted to unload today. And then once we were done, got everything put away and put us in our empty call, we got a message saying there was a bunch of trucks and we were like number 5 or 7 or something in the queue, but we only ended up sitting on the street for about 5-10 minutes, and then we got a load coming out of the Home Depot DC here in Grand Prairie, which is where we're at now. We got here about 3 hours ago. For some reason, they had the pickup information all messed up. We ended up spending an hour trying to get that all worked out before they finally decided to correct the local computer's information based on from the load planners and Home Depot DC people. So I got in just a few minutes ago. We pulled in, and Tawan just got through putting the tarps out. We're waiting for these guys to get us loaded, and then we are heading to the Little Rock Home Depot, not the North Little Rock, the Little Rock Home Depot store, for delivery tomorrow morning. And unless they decide to take forever to get us unloaded, we should be able to get there tonight. But if not, oh well, there's plenty of places to stop along the way, and then we will have to see. So with that said, keep the shiny side up, 73s. I'll talk at you later. Bye. Good morning, YouTube. How are you this morning? We're not too bad. Better than I am better than I was last night. This is kind of a 2-for-1 video. You saw the video that was part of yesterday's, but I had a big computer problem last night, so I wasn't able to do anything. My MacBook wanted to update, and then it hung on the update, and then when it finished after that, it deleted all my video footage from my cameras. So I didn't upload anything because it was like 4 minutes. Quick recap. We delivered yesterday morning, 2 stops, and then we loaded at the Home Depot DC in Grand Prairie, Texas. It's currently 9 a.m. Central Time, and we are in Little Rock at the South Home Depot store, 8919, and they're unloading us now. I'm not really sure what we're going to do today. Well, I do kind of know, but we're not going to be doing all that much, unfortunately. We are, after we're done here, we've been taken off the board. My truck is due for service, apparently. The kid told me that last week when I spent a day and a half in Little Rock, because it's now behind. It's late. So as soon as we leave here, we're heading up to the yard and check the truck in and get its PM service. I think it's 175 and no, 160,000 mile service or something like that, and I'm at 170,000 miles. So we get that done, and that's supposed to be like an 8-hour service. So by the time that's done, I'll be out of hours. So I guess we'll be working tomorrow. Tawan, my student, he's doing pretty good on the securement and tarping stuff. He hasn't driven yet. He will start driving tomorrow. Generally the first 2 days, my students don't drive. I think I've mentioned it before. I'm not really sure. He seems like a really great guy. He's former military. He's a little younger than me, but not by much. I think he said he was 44 or 45. He lives in Wichita Falls, and he seems like he's got a great head on his shoulders. He's got a good sense of humor. He's open. He's talkative. The only thing is he smokes regular cigarettes, and I don't let people smoke in my truck, so we stop a little bit more often than I normally would, so he can smoke. And but he's not a chain smoker, which is good. But he's kind of interested in vaping, so maybe I'll get him into that. Never know. But we left the Home Depot DC last night. I guess about 4 o'clock. I think it was yesterday afternoon, about 4 o'clock, 4:30. And we drove up and we got to Texarkana, where we ran out of hours. Camped out there at the Flying J, took a shower, ate dinner at the Denny's, and then crashed. Got up this morning at 5. Drove in up here, got here about 7:45, and they said it's about 9 o'clock, and they're just now kind of getting going. So we'll probably get out of here around about 9:30, 9:45, and then head up there and take care of that. So not really sure what else can be said for the day. It's just have a feel with the service and everything else. Going to kind of be a bust week. So hopefully we'll get something really good to cover over the weekend, like I did last weekend. Just for numbers and such, let everybody know I've been averaging about 23 to 2,500 miles a week for the last 4 weeks, and I have been home every weekend, which is good. I like that. Hopefully that will keep up. The building material seems to be picking up a little bit. It's kind of weird since we're heading into winter. But the election's getting closer, and I think people have made their decision on who they're gonna vote for, what they're gonna do, and that has a lot to do with it as well. But we'll have to see what the economy looks like after the election. You never know what's going to happen depending on who's going to be in office. So, all right. With that said, I guess I will update y'all after a while and let y'all know what our plans are. See you later. Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this afternoon? We are all right. It is about 4:15 Central Time, and we are still on the yard here in North Little Rock. We got here at 9:30, about 9:30, 9:45, checked the truck in. We had conflicting appointments for our equipment. The truck was supposed to have a 9 a.m. appointment. The trailer was supposed to have at 11:15. Of course, we didn't make the truck appointment, but it's not that big of a deal. They weren't even ready for it when we got here. So we got here and checked them in. They told us originally that the trailer did not need his PM service, so they weren't going to mess with it. But I had written up that the trailer needed ABS service, which it did. It kept, the light would come on for no reason whatsoever for a while and then go off, go on, go off. So, they pulled the truck in, and of course we got our stuff and got out, and I got my laptop and stuff and hung out in the driver's lounge. Went and got something to eat. Taywin pretty much did the same thing. He's still in the driver's lounge and watching TV, I think. But they ended up doing a lot of work to the truck. They did an A service, which is basically just oil and replace filters that need it. They cleaned my fuel filter. It didn't need replacing. It just had some extra water in it. And hopefully that'll still improve my fuel mileage. They tested my fuel because I was complaining that the truck was hesitating, and they did find a little bit of water and they skimmed the fuel. So hopefully that'll take care of that. They did find some things wrong. My suspension problem that I had been complaining about was because there was a U-bolt that was cracked. I couldn't see the crack because it was behind the joint mount, and they only found it because they were able to get up under it when they lifted it up off the floor. They also replaced both my steer tires, and they did a bunch of stuff, mostly to do with just wear and tear kind of things. I was asked if I had been driving in a lot of gravel lots lately, and I said, yeah, I park on a gravel lot, but it's not that bad of a lot, and almost all my accounts that I've done lately have been gravel or mud. And I mean, there's been a couple that have been asphalt, but most everything I've done recently since the last service, which was the weekend that I got the truck, has been gravel. So, but the truck's all ready to go. Obviously, I'm in it, and they still have the trailer though. They realized they did have to do a PM for the trailer, which I thought it did need one because the sticker was expired on it. And but they've got it, and it needs 4 or 5 hours of work apparently, because there's things I didn't see. The ABS does has a fault in it they need to fix, and there's a bunch of other stuff, mostly to do with the suspension, which I didn't think there was anything wrong with it because it seemed to work just fine, but they say that it's not riding the way it is supposed to. So we are here for the night. They were going to give me another trailer, but I told them, I can't leave till the morning anyway. I only have like 2 hours and 15-20 minutes or so left of my 14, so there's almost no point in getting another trailer to go somewhere. So I'll just wait until that's done and get it in the morning. So parked here on the back row, my regular spot, plugged into shore power, and gonna call it a day. Gonna do a couple things. I'm probably gonna go find something for dinner. I haven't decided what I want. I would like some fish, but I don't want to go down to the seafront, to the riverfront. I might cheap out and find someplace really close. Not gonna be the buffet at the Pilot, I know that. Oof, never that again. I had Chick-fil-A for lunch, but that still didn't sit with me. So fish should do the trick. New fish usually settles me out. So it's been a long day, even though nothing is going on, and it's been a weird couple of days. So we will talk tomorrow. So until then, keep the shiny side up. 73s. See ya.